This is the daily video for June 29th. For today's work, we're going to start looking at experiments. Experiments are a very common way that data is collected, and experiments often produce some of the best data that we can have. In other words, we can get really nice inference from experiments if those experiments are conducted properly. Now, we're not going to look at how to analyze data from experiments today, but rather we're going to start looking at how experiments are set up and how the setup of an experiment is very important so that we don't introduce what's called confounding. And so today's exercise is going to primarily look at confounding and the different sources for it. Now, I've tried to make today's work a little bit shorter, and the reason for that is today the first Beyond the Classroom is officially assigned. And so the Beyond the Classroom exercises are 3 longer assignments that you're going to do throughout the semester, and you're basically going to write a paper for each of them. Now this one, since it's the first one, this one is by far the easiest of the 3. You're going to listen to a podcast video about 2 little girls named Laura Buxton, and it's pretty interesting. And then you're going to write a paper relating that story to your own experiences. So what you're going to see is at the bottom of today's daily assignment is it's going to direct you to the Beyond the Classroom folder. And you are going to have a while to do this assignment. It's not going to be due until a little bit over a week from now. But I do recommend taking the time today, since the workload is lighter, to go ahead and start that paper, listen to the podcast, take advantage of this, because other days the workload won't be as light, and so go ahead and take advantage of that today. Now, we are going to be using in this course what is called CPR, or Calibrated Peer Review. If you haven't used that before, there's a little bit of an introduction to it in the Beyond the Classroom folder. Now, one thing that I want to say is I do not have the CPR accounts set up yet for everyone. So today you won't actually be able to log on to CPR and submit that assignment, but you can go ahead, listen to the podcast, write the paper, and go ahead and get all of that out of the way. Here in a couple days, I'll send an announcement out to the class telling you when the CPR website is up and going. I'm still waiting on the CPR people to set that up. So again, take the time today to go ahead and work on the first Beyond the Classroom. Hopefully you'll find the podcast interesting. Usually students do. And then if you have any questions, feel free to ask.